Bibi, if he had, I don't know why I've asked people why he doesn't just fire Gallant. The man is disloyal. The man is incompetent. And the man is just out of his depths. But he's a very pliant actor for the Americans. That's the only thing I've seen. He does what they want. And Bibi's inability to act like Abraham Lincoln in the American Civil War is going to be, could be our undoing. Right now, Hetzi Halevi should be called into the Prime Minister's office and told, you either rescind the promotions that you had the chutzpah and not the authority to implement the promotions, or you're fired. Right now, make a decision.
He himself gave a speech 2 days ago. I'm referring to Herzi Halevi, the chief of staff, in which he said, I have the authority to make these decisions to promote people in the military hierarchy because I am the chief of staff. I have the authority to send people into battle, and therefore I have the authority to promote people to positions within the army hierarchy. You cannot have half of the authority and the other half is not.
Well, this is where
that's why I say he should have been removed from day one.
Immediately. And this is why Bibi right now has the authority to fire him. He also has the authority to rescind decisions that a uncooperative chief of staff has implemented. Okay? Yeah. He trumps, no pun intended, his authority trumps that of Hetzi Halevi. It just does. But he won't utilize it. That's the problem. So Hetzi, Halevi can say, "Oh, this is what I'm allowed to do. I'm allowed to do X, Y, and Z." And Bibi could very easily say, "No, that's not quite right. You have the authority, but you need my permission, and you don't have my permission." And he could say, we have to wait for a commission of inquiry. I mean, there are all kinds of feints and excuses that Bibi could use that would be accepted. But
even if a commission of inquiry were established tomorrow morning, which is not about to happen, and I have no idea when such a commission of inquiry might be set in motion, it would be at least 2 or 3 years before you received any report based on any serious deliberation.
Unfortunately.
So that claim has always rung hollow to me, that we have to wait for the commission of inquiry. No, we see
I'm using that as an excuse. That's all in the present.
These people are culpable. They are responsible. And by the way, it should be said to his credit, the chief of staff, Herzi Halevi, has said on more than one occasion that I and the chief and the general staff are responsible for the outbreak of this war, or what happened at the time of the outbreak of this war. Okay, fine. We'll look into the details. We'll figure out exactly what went wrong, when, and by whom later. Right now, you have to be replaced. That is what should have happened immediately. And
absolutely.
And if there had been more of an outcry demanding such measures, then it may have happened way back when, nearly half a year ago now. And it's unacceptable that we're in the same position with the same chief of staff, the same head of military intelligence, who still hasn't figured out that we're in a religious war, in a existential war. He also said, by the way, the very same head of military intelligence in the very first days of the war, this is not an existential war for Israel.
Correct. I remember that. I was astounded.
There's no end to the list of inane, inexplicable comments and misstatements by these people, which in and of themselves are sufficient grounds for dismissal,
removal. Well, again, I wish people, perhaps people in the media, people certainly in government, would start talking about this concept if I hate to use that word, but this principle, I'll use that, it's a better word, this principle of equality of promotion. If you don't want us in the army, if you don't think that we're worthy of being promoted, then what are we to deduce from that? That's the problem I've been dealing with all week. Because, as I said before, I feel like a black soldier in the American army during World War II. I'm good enough to die for a country that doesn't really accept me as an equal. That's how I feel right now. Well, where's the outcry over that? For democratia, where's the outcry for that? From our people. You know, they've beaten us over the head for the past year on this notion of equality, of democracy, or democratia, as they mouth it. Well, we want equality of promotion, and we want to be treated as equal citizens. Maybe we should start arguing for that. I don't know.
Something has to give.
When I looked at that list of soldiers that had been promoted, didn't see any tan faces, didn't see any Sephardim or Mizrahi Jews, didn't see any Dati Leumi Jews. Just like the crowds that used to assemble near where I live. Again, the protests against Bibi, the prime minister, so to speak. I never saw anybody but white Ashkenazi liberals in these demonstrations. So this is racist, but they won't use the term.
Many people refuse to admit to themselves that this is the reality, that there is a true war within Israeli society. Yes, there are many Jews who understand that we have to be united. There are many Jews who, of different stripes and flavors, who are willing to work with people of a different stripe, of different opinion, because they realize that we have to stand united. But there is if you recall, I spoke about this in one of our recent conversations about 4 types of Jews. There's the fourth category. I said that you have the ultra-Orthodox, the Orthodox, they're all right-wing, and you have the with a few exceptions, and then you have a large section, a large segment of the populace which are traditional or very vaguely religious to vaguely traditional, and you also have some who are out and out secular, but still cognizant of the fact that they are sons and daughters of the Jewish people and the Jewish nation in historical philosophical terms. But there is a certain subset of people who are completely bereft of any true affiliation with the Jewish people. They are truly anti-Jewish. They are self-hating Jews.
This